Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's What Sold video, I have a lot of tips to share. I had a live meeting, a live video with my live show Friday night with the Rebel reseller, and she is just a world of knowledge. So she was telling me about a cross-listing service that she uses called List Perfectly, and I tried it out. So you guys, you've got to stay tuned because it was worth it. This is my first time using a good cross-listing platform. I had tried a different one before and it seemed to be a lot more work than it was worth, but with List Perfectly, it definitely went a lot smoother. So I still picked and chose what went on there. A lot of my higher end items went on there to see if I can get rid of them, and it worked. So stay tuned to the end. I'm going to go over what sold. I'm going to talk about the best item, and I made $600 by cross-listing with just 2 items. So you're definitely going to want to see that. And then at the very end, I'm going to give a breakdown of cost of goods, the eBay fees, and what I actually make. Because when we're talking about gross numbers versus net numbers, there's usually a pretty big difference. So we have 11 items going out on eBay for a gross total just under $1,000. We have 1 item going out on Poshmark that sold for $100, and 1 item going out on Mercari that sold for almost $500. Almost $500, you guys. So let's just dig right in. Let me show you what sold so you can kind of be on the lookout for your eBay business and learn something new. All right, so let's start with golf. We've got a very good looking driver. I picked this up at a church sale for like $2. It's a TaylorMade. It's a little bit rough, but it's got the head cover. It's got the tool. I still need to dig for the tool. I think it fell behind one of my shelves, but it does have the tool. So this bad boy, I paid, or no, this one I actually paid $15. Just kidding. This was at my thrift store. The putter here, I paid $2 at a church sale, but this one I paid $15 and it sold for $85. So TaylorMade, of course, is a very, very good golf brand. Okay, we've got an Olympus camera. I just picked this up on Thursday, and today is Monday, so 3 days that it took to sell this camera. These sell really, really fast. So Olympus Zoom, I paid $5 at a garage sale, and it just sold for $109. $110. Super Bolo. Okay, we've got an Instapot lid that I didn't pull down. Alright. Hubby's fired. He pulls my orders. Okay, we'll skip that for now. Okay, we've got, we'll put it up on the screen. It's not a big one. It's an Instapot lid. Sold for $20. I paid $4. Definitely would not buy that again, but I got rid of it. Okay, so we've got Guitar Hero. These are my favorite thing to sell because I love to test them and they're just super fun. So these sell pretty quick. This particular one is Xbox. I do a lot better with the Xbox ones, and you're going to want to test it. So this one you're able to plug in. It's got the adapter. Keep in mind with some of these controllers, Xbox has this little adapter that needs to go on the end to make it a USB. PlayStation has a dongle, so it makes it wireless. So make sure when you're listing them that you have all the accessories that it's supposed to come with. This guy does not fold down. One of my last videos, I sold one that it does fold, and I thought it was the one that didn't fold. Oh well. So these, I just put it into 2 USPS boxes, the flat gamer type boxes. Alright, they're down here, but they're flat boxes. I just do 2 of them together, and that's how I ship these. And this one, oh, I didn't say what it sold for. Paid $7.50, and it sold for $76. Not too shabby. I had a game I was going to bundle with it, and then I never got around to relisting it. But that's alright, it's still sold. Okay, we've got a blender over here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's heavy. Alright, so we've got the top here. We got the base here. I picked this up actually in Colorado. I was doing some sourcing when I was there back around Christmas time, New Year's. So I've had this for about 6 months. Paid $15. It's super heavy. It's Breville. Super awesome brand to watch for in kitchen stuff. And it sold for $110 for a blender. So $15 into $110. Some of these items are going to be some serious packing skills. Lots and lots of bubble wrap, and make sure you've got big enough boxes. Okay, we got 2 filters. I love selling filters. I picked these up for $1 or $2 in my local thrift store. This pair I put together, and it sold for $42 for the set. I love grabbing filters. We've got an Airport Extreme. Apple is a no-brainer if you can find it cheap. They always hold their value. This is an Airport Extreme. You plug in all your little Ethernets and stuff. I paid $5 at a garage sale, and it sold for $40. So not a huge flip, but it's Apple. I'll always grab Apple if it's cheap. Okay, we've got Darth Vader. This was an amazing yard sale that I found over the summer. No, I didn't. Over the spring. So it was about 2 months ago. And it is a collector's piece with all of his little figures. This one is brand new. It is amazing condition. I paid $10 at this yard sale, and it sold for $85. $85. Well, that was a good find. All right, we've got a cast iron La Crusette. I picked this at an estate sale. I even got it on half price day, and it was still $9. But it's La Crusette. So I paid up, and it still sold for $30. I was hoping to get more, but I had a sale, and then I ended up running an offer on it. It's not in amazing condition. There's a little bit of some rust. It's got some scuffs. But again, La Crusette, when you can find it cheap enough, it's always going to be worth grabbing. I'm running out of space. Okay, we've got that putter. So this guy sold for $25. I paid $2. Just an easy little putter. Okay, we've got a cowboy hat down here. This hat was part of my shoe dealer. He's got a bunch of stuff that I have listed. I get shoes, hats, boots, lots of stuff from him. So this hat I paid $30, 20 or 30. I'm getting it mixed up now. $20 or $30 for it. It's a Cody James brand new cowboy hat. It's in amazing condition. Obviously, it's brand new. It is 3X beaver. You want to make sure to take note of what the X is, and then of course the size. But yeah, it's got some nice detail around it and amazing condition. It is not listed with a box because that is not the original box for it. So I didn't take pictures with that box. I have no mention of that box. But what's great about that is I can ship it in that box. So I'm going to just add some extra padding. Luckily, this is a hat box, so it already fits really well in here. I'll probably just do another quick layer of some bubbles, tape her up, and stack a label on it. Because, like I said, I didn't mention this box was going to be in the listing, so I could use it as a shipping box. Number 1 rule, if you are listing shoes, hats, boots with a box, don't put a label on that box. There's going to be a lot of people that want to save their box. They want their box in pristine condition. Don't be that person that tapes it and destroys that box beforehand. This is not listed, so it's a bonus box. Therefore, I'm considering it the shipping box. Okay, so let's get right into those 2 big items due to cross-listing. Number 1, I am not looking forward to shipping this. It is a Margaritaville blender. Super dusty. Because it's been sitting for probably 2 years. I wouldn't buy these again. Okay, so the one I would buy again 110 times is the replacement blender. This alone sells for $60 to $70. So I should have just scrapped the blender itself, redonated it, and just sold this, but I don't know what I was thinking. So it sold, I'm in it, I think $30. I paid up on it, again, 2 years ago, sold for $100. So I'm happy to get rid of it, and I think it's because I cross-listed it, it ended up selling on Poshmark, of all places. So not much else to say. Sell the blender, but sell the container and get rid of the blender, because this is going to suck to ship. All right, I'm going to interrupt myself real quick. So it turns out that Poshmark does not allow you to ship anything or sell anything that's over 10 pounds. I'm still learning, okay? So learn from me. If it's more than 10 pounds, it doesn't go on Poshmark. So because of that, I paid $30 for that blender. We knew I paid up for it. So it's sold for $98, free shipping. They don't charge shipping. Like, they include shipping as part of their service. So when it's a small clothing item, Poshmark is amazing. But they didn't charge enough shipping for this. So they had an option where I could have upgraded shipping, but it only gave me up to 10 pounds. And then if it was a 10-pound item, I'd pay an extra $22 to ship it. It was more than 10 pounds. So I had to go over to Pirate Ship, print out my own label. That cost me $20. Okay, it was cheaper than if it was $10 over on Mercari. So when I take the $30 that I paid for it, the $20 in shipping, $20 in Poshmark fees, I made $28 on that blender. Hindsight. What I'm going to do with the other blender that I have the exact same one, I'm going to sell that cup separately. I'm going to recycle, or redonate the actual blender. Those are worthless to me. They're too big. That thing took me about 30 minutes to pack. It took the biggest box that I had, probably $10 worth of packing material. But I had to interrupt so you guys know that you can't ship big items on Poshmark. Stay tuned because I do break down all the other prices, but I just wanted to interrupt on that one in particular. Thanks. The biggest Mac Daddy sale of the weekend goes to another Thursday find. If you saw my recent video, I go through this garage sale where I bought the husband's entire collection of his 70s, 80s rock band cassettes. You guys, we've got Ozzy, Rush, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, Metallica. Wow. These are double-sided cases, and there's 2 of them. I paid $16 at this yard sale. $16, and it sold for $469. Almost $500. I probably could have got more out of it, but I'm fine being the middleman. If somebody wants to go through and separate all of these, more power to them. I'm going to take my $500 and run. So keep that in mind when you have items that are big bulk items, such as a Rebel. If you're watching this, you're talking about those Monster High dolls and that they're just a thorn because you got them laying out there and they're just staring at you. I would honestly just lot them all up. Put a price of maybe $10 to $15 a doll and just lot them up. Yes, some of those dolls are going to be worth more, but personally, I'd rather just get rid of the entire collection and move on. So that's where I'm at with this. I did not want to spend the time separating each of these items to get $20, $30 per artist. I'd rather let somebody else do the heavy lifting. I'll take my $500, and if they make another $500, even better. All right, guys. So there will be a breakdown of everything that's sold and the fees. If you're interested in checking out List Perfectly, I've got a link down in the description. I do the higher end plan. I signed up right out of the gate at the $70 plan because I wanted to make this easier to cross list, where it pulls a lot of the stuff over for me and I don't have to redo the work. That was my issue with Flip was one I was using, and it was just way more work than I wanted to do. So List Perfectly does make it easier for cross listing. And thanks to that, I had 2 huge epic sales. So Rebel, if you're watching this, thank you for that tip. Everybody else, make sure that you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.